They'll get loud until they know you hear them, then go about their business when they think you're focused on them. If you have been going through your life lately and have been noticing that there are people who seem desperate, overly desperate, it seems as if this person just could not stand to leave you by yourself. They have to try to put up a fight, it feels like, almost, to try to get your attention off of yourself and onto them. And what I used to think was it wasn't easy for me to focus on myself when these things were happening. But it was almost as if it felt like the person was trying to cause me to not be able to pay attention to what I was doing. It's like the more I tried to pay attention to me and focus on me, this person either kept making some particular noise, trying to do something to try to divert my attention off of myself and onto them. And they do that when they're not getting anything from you. They want your undivided attention and are desperately in an attempt to try to get that from you. And the more you choose to ignore this person, the more that demon inside of them is going to put up a fight. Most of the time, after a while, these types of people will walk away or they'll go about their day. But if this type of person is not on any type of schedule, or if this type of person has nothing else better to do, which majority of these individuals do not, that person is going to try to stand there and they're going to try to produce their desired result. And that desired result is a reaction out of you, trying to get you upset or mad, or trying to take your attention away from yourself, away from what you're doing, away from whatever particular goal or task you're trying to reach, and have it put onto them. And they have a vain spirit. That's what that narcissistic spirit is. It's vanity, it's vain, it's selfish. It cannot allow the attention of others to not be on them. Everyone's attention has to be on them. When you see this person out with their group of friends, they're usually the head person in their group. Everyone is usually centered around this person. It's like the TV dynamic. That's why I made that video referring to narcissism and TV. It's the same type of dynamic. You'll have a group of people who are obliging and appeasing to this person's ego. They make this person feel like they're larger than life because that's what this person requires from them. And if you want to be around this person is going to pretty much set up a dynamic to where that's what you have to do in order to be in their presence. And a lot of people will hang out with people like this because they're looking to belong to something. They have low self-esteem and they're not trying to be left out. Being alone is not easy. Being by yourself is not easy. Not choosing to go along with the get along or follow the crowd is not easy. It's difficult to say, you know what? I'm going to do my thing and be over here and tough it out and just be by myself. A lot of people aren't able to do that. They have to try to fit in because they have a sense of wanting to belong, and that's understandable. But you have to be a good person of character, and you have to be a good judge of character. You have to be able to tell when a person is no good for you. It's not good for you to be around someone that desires all that attention from you. Someone who needs that much attention is a vampire. That person is draining you. You're lessening yourself, whether you realize it or not. People like that are putting themselves beneath the level of another person just to appease and please them and just to have a sense of belonging. No one in their right mind or their right spirit. All right, you have to be in the right mind and the right spirit. No one in their right mind or no one in their right spirit would want to be associated with anything like that. No one would want to be associated with anything like that. But you'll have people who will join these rotten, low-down, dirty scoundrels, and they will try to fit in with this person and think it will get them somewhere because of the status that they believe this person holds. And the only status that this person really holds is the amount of power perceived that they have. They have a perceived level of power. People see them and perceive this person to have some type of power because of how other people will oblige this person, how other people will tend to this person just to be around them. And this is the same type of person that cannot stand to see other people focused on themselves and happy and content with themselves, because this person needs attention. This person desires attention, and they set up a dynamic, they set up a lifestyle, they set up a reality for them to be able to get that from the people that are around them, the people that are closest to them. And usually when people don't bow down and roll out the red carpet for this person, that's when tensions rise, that's when minds clash, and that's when this person will go out to try and create a scenario or create some type of scene or some type of street theater, some type of act, some type of negativity, some type of situation, there we go, for somebody else to give them all the attention that they desire. And when you are trying to do something important, these people usually will pop up to try to take your attention away from you, because they don't really want you paying attention to what you're doing in their presence. They rather you focus on them so that way they can feel good about themselves. But this person is selfish, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to use you no matter however they can, whatever way they can, even if it is to the point to where it's negative and it stresses a person out, or it makes a person mad, or it ruins a person's day. And this is not the type of person that you would want to be around, because they just don't care about how they treat other people or what they do to other people. And that's just not that's not the way you want to live your life. If that's not the way you want to live your life, then Most definitely don't associate with people like that. But most importantly, ignore people like that. It is a fight to ignore people like that, and it's not the easiest thing in the world, but these people have to be ignored. Because if you don't, then they win. And they could possibly get you upset, distract you, get you mad. Because that's the whole aim. That's the whole goal. That's the whole reason why they're doing this in the first place. They can't stand to see someone like you, someone in their presence, not give them the type of attention or the type of acknowledgement that they need. And when the person is intimidated by you, or they feel that you should, like they feel you owe them something, or they feel that you should be treating them a certain way and you don't, this is when these people try to make you think that this is what you have to do. They're gonna try to make you think that you have to either talk to them. They're gonna try to make you think that they're better than you in some kind of way, competing with you, doing things like trying to get you to notice them. And there's really no reason for this person to interact with you other than them trying to get what they want from you. People like this try to interact with you because they know you have something greater in you than they have in them. And the only way that they can try to even access that is by trying to destroy it within you. They don't want to see it exist. They don't like to see other people feel good. They're supposed to be if you're around someone like this, they're the one that's supposed to be doing the best, feeling the best, looking like the best. For them, there's like no room for anybody else to succeed. People like this are a piece of work. People like this are a piece of work. Like, people like this are the reason why certain people who are opposite of this or do not have these type of intentions, this is the same reason why people don't want to stay around or can't be around certain environments or certain people in certain environments. You get around a person, or you get in an environment around a person like this, and it ruins everything. It makes you not want to be a part of whatever it is you have to do, because it's like, why do I have to put up with this? Especially if this person has it out for you and they're purposely trying to make things difficult. If you know you're better and you deserve more, you're probably not going to stick around and stay in that type of position or stay in that situation. You're probably you have to be to the point to where you believe in yourself and you have faith, because people like this will really show you what you want in life. That's how I use them. I allow them to show me what I want in life and what I don't want in life. And I mean, once you figure out what you don't want in life, that's when you got to take a leap of faith. That's when you have to believe in yourself, and that's when you have to make some things happen and take some action. Because you really have to consider what you want versus what you don't. You really have to consider what you want versus what you don't. What don't you want? You definitely don't want to continue to have to be around people who act like this. If you do have to be around someone like this, you want it to be a quick thing. You want it to be a passing by. You want it to be a high and by, if that. But this is not someone that you want to interact with long term. A person like this is childish, petty. They don't have much going for them other than what you see them as. And these types of people really don't have too much going for them except for what you see. Like, there's really no extreme depth to people like this. and their whole persona is based off of their external reality, how people view them, how people look at them, how much attention they can get from people. And this is how you know you're, and I hate to say it, but this is how you know you're on a higher level. All right, we'll use our words wisely. This is how you know you're on a higher level than people who behave like this. And their behavior towards you shows you and lets you know you're on a higher level, because they're seeking you out. They notice you. They see you. If they didn't, and if you weren't important, and if you didn't mean anything, they just leave you alone. And this is not just a one time, a one person, a one place kind of thing. You've been noticing this happen to you from multiple people. Sometimes even at once. Sometimes the whole group will be there. And sometimes, sometimes if they see you by yourself, they'll place themselves strategically in your vicinity so you see them, and they'll try to create a feeling of being lonely or a feeling of being left out. It's like, why would you're already by yourself. You made that choice. Why would you feel left out just because a group of people are placing themselves around you and want you to see them having a good time? These people are so small-minded and so narcissistic and so full of themselves, they don't even know how to have a good time by themselves. Because when they're by themselves and there's nobody for them to tear down or destroy or suck energy from, they're freaking miserable. And that's why when they see you content by yourself, they have to come over there and try to either bother you or distract you. They're envious and they're jealous of the fact that you're able to do what you do, because that's very powerful. For you to be able to decide to do something, to stand on something, to live by something, and to move a certain way. That's powerful. That means you're great. That means you're headed for success. And you rather focus on you and the life you're creating and your current present greatness than this Frankie facade over here trying to put on the facade of someone that's being great, but not actually being great. See, people can do a few things. People can build up a self-image and proclaim greatness. People can do some really good things out here, and they can proclaim their greatness. They did this, they did that, they achieved this, achieved that. But if they haven't achieved the type of character that requires your respect, and not on a level like this person has to get your respect, because you don't view things that way. That's not how you look at things. But if you know that you're on the right side of things, and you know that you don't respect this person, and you know you have good morals and standards, and you live by good morals and standards, then you're probably not going to have too much respect for a person like this. And that's a sign. That's a sign that you have a different way of being than this person. You're on a different level than this person. And they see that. They definitely see that. That's the whole reason why they try to bring you down. Because the level that you're on is a heavenly one. It's a holy one. It's a blessed one. It's an amazing one. It's a wonderful one. You're not going to view things the way they want you to. You're not going to see them the way they want you to. So what? They have this. So what? They've got that going on. So what? They've worked real hard and have got themselves to a certain place in life. Aren't we all? Don't we all? Aren't we all going to cross the finish line? When it's our time to win, when it's our time to succeed, your actions and your faith do determine that. So make sure you're working on things, and make sure you're doing things, and make sure you're inspired to take divine action and make moves on your life. But just because people have things, and just because someone may be showing something off, or someone may look like they're doing really great, doesn't mean you have to look down on yourself or give them any more attention than you would give anybody else, or stop what you're doing and acknowledge what they've got going on. Anybody who repeatedly wants you to acknowledge what they have versus what you have, which would be you paying attention to you, focusing on yourself. If you have people deliberately trying to rip your attention away from you so that way you focus on them, it will feel like people are trying to use you to make them feel good about themselves. That's a real awkward type of vibe. That's a real strange kind of energy. It's unnecessary. And for all the great ones who are subscribed and who hit the like button and share this video and watch this channel and send donations, you understand wholeheartedly that you don't have to be like that. There's no need to be that kind of person. It seems as if they just don't get it. They'll laugh at you while you're growing, while you're becoming a better person, while you're making positive changes. All the while, they're just staying stuck. And you'll leave these people, or you won't see them for some time. And unfortunately, they'll still be in the same mental space. They'll still have the same like mind and the same like spirit. It's sad almost when you think about it, because you look at them and you have high hopes for people because you have high hopes for yourself. The good that you see for yourself, you see for everybody else. You see yourself being successful, you see everybody else being successful. You work on yourself, you believe everybody is working on themselves in one way or another. And you think that over time people will change. But these types of people, you mostly, if a miracle hasn't come down from God and heaven itself, you're going to have somebody that's stuck in their ways. You're going to have someone that is too stuck to make a change. And miracles can happen, and anything can happen, and anything is possible. And the belief that I hold for myself that I can do anything, I hold that belief for anybody else. But what we're not going to do is be fooled into thinking that a venomous snake couldn't poison you. If somebody chooses to be a venomous snake, that person's not filled with love. That person's not filled with kindness. That person is not filled with support. That person is a venomous snake. And they're going to do what a venomous snake is going to do. And that's just something that you may have to accept. But don't go thinking that people are going to change to suit you and to suit your needs and to suit your ways and make their ways your ways and to make you feel good about yourself. We're not looking for that. But what you need to be looking for is your space and your place in this world, because it's there. There's a space for you in this world. There's a place for you in this world, no matter how bad they don't want you to think that there is. They don't want you to think that you belong. Just constant time and time again on the day-to-day basis. People trying to create that reality in your mind that you don't belong. But in the great words of Les Brown, he said, if you don't fit in, become a misfit. If you don't fit in, become a misfit. I don't mind being a misfit. I don't have to fit in. I'm going to fit my way in. I'm going to carve out a space and a place for myself. And that's what I suggest each and every one of us do. They don't want us there, we don't have to be there. But we are going to be somewhere. And luckily, by the grace of God, that somewhere is going to be where we're supposed to be and where we want to be. Because we see for ourselves the life that we truly desire, regardless of what other people want for us, regardless of what other people see for us. They can look at you however they want. They can talk about you however they want. Another person's opinion doesn't have to become your reality. This person trying to steal your attention off of yourself and creating a negative situation for you doesn't have to become your reality. You're not going to let this person get on your nerves today. You're not going to let this person defeat you today. You're not going to let this person win today or any day. So even if you have people who are trying to distract you, even if you have people who seem like they're out to get you, even if it seems like you have people who come off as having a perceived amount of power, however strong or however powerful you feel they might be, you're stronger than them. You're more powerful than them. It may take you some time to see how that is or why that is within you, but the reasons and the answers are already there. So thank God for them right now. Because you're, excuse me, you're better. You're going to continue to be better. And you're going to continue to grow in the direction that God wants you to go in. They want you to go down. God wants you to go up. They want you to be upset. God wants you to be slow to anger and maintain a level of peace. That way you can think clearly. That way you can stay on point. And that way you can continue to create a desired result for yourself. Don't beat yourself up, because sometimes, some places, some people, you just don't belong to be around them. Don't ever think that you don't belong anywhere just because you didn't stay long somewhere. Sometimes God doesn't want you there. Sometimes God wants you someplace else, because all the time He has better plans for you. He has better plans for you all the time. Not just sometimes. Not just those things that seem to be good opportunities. God has good plans for you all the time. There's nothing good that is going to be withheld from you that you desire. So when you see people like this, just know that you have a lot of good going for you. You have a lot of greatness within you. You have a lot of good qualities about you. Don't feel bad because of these people. Don't go hating your life because of these people. Don't go hating yourself because of these people. Don't go thinking that their life is better than yours. They may try to paint that picture, but don't let another artist be the painter on your canvas of life, because you have to be the artist that picks up the paintbrush and says, you know what, I'm etching this out. People etch things out in history all the time. It's time for you to etch some people out. It's time for you to sketch some people out. And keep your mind on what you want. Because to keep it real, you know the devil's using these people as a distraction to try to get your mind off of what you want. because you know what you want. You know you deserve what you want. That's why the devil sends people like this to distract you in the first place, because you're too focused on good things. You're too focused on God and all the good things he's doing for you. You're too focused on how you want your life to go. You're too focused on being a positive person. And here come these people trying to ruin that for you, trying to mess that up for you. But they can't. They can't mess it up for you if you don't let them mess with your mind or mess up your mind. The devil will use these people to try to directly get to you because he can't. He has to try to get to you. He has to try to get to God through you. And since you're choosing to get close to God, these negative entities here and these evil forces here aren't going to like that. All you want is to do good and help other people. Spread peace. Spread love, happiness, joy, success, wealth, prosperity. That's all you want to do. Is to be great and focus on doing the best you can. And here comes a person whose energy is foul. Their aura is terrible. It stinks. This person is who they are, and there's nothing you can do about it. But don't allow that to put you in a state of victimhood. Don't allow that to put you in the mindset of a victim. You are victorious. When you see people like this, know that you're better than them. And all they're trying to do is get in your head. All they're trying to do is shake you up. This person is truly intimidated. They have to see someone or interact with someone that they feel is better than them, and that kills them on the inside. Most great people can appreciate the greatness in somebody else. If somebody is great and you're great, they're going to be able to see that greatness within you, and they're going to want it to grow. They're going to want it to take off like a skyrocket. They're going to want to plant seeds in you. They're going to want to put good things in you. They're going to want to do good things with you, for you. They're going to encourage you to continue to be great. People who can see the greatness in others are truly great people. And when you have great people who come in contact with other great people who can see the greatness within each other, that's powerful right there. And that's why these individuals will try to cause you to think that they're all that's out there, because they don't want you creating anything positive with any like-spirited, like-minded individuals. They want you to think that nobody is any good and that everybody is like them. There's a percentage of people out there that behave this way. There's a percentage of people out there that enjoy doing this. They love doing it. This is the type of person that they are, and we live in a culture where this type of behavior is accepted and encouraged. You have people who encourage this. You have people who teach this. You have people who want this cycle to be continued. They were weak. They gave in. Instead of being a bigger person or a better person, and not in the sense of just letting people play you all crazy, because we definitely don't do that. You wanted to just be the type of person that you know that when you look in the mirror, you could be satisfied with. You could appreciate. You'll be able to look at yourself and be like, you know what? I didn't give in. Because people give in. Some people are tired of certain behavior happening to them. Some people are tired of experiencing certain things. And they say, you know what? I'm just going to do this to other people. You know what? I'm just going to be a part of this. You know what? I'm going to give in. I'm going to befriend them. I'm going to become evil just like them. You have people who switch sides. People switch sides every day. People lose faith, feel that, they're forsaken, feel that they've been left behind, or there's nothing to look for, or there's nothing else to live for. So they just choose to be evil. They look at the world, they look at everything else, and they say, you know what? Why try to do anything different? Why try to be anything different? It's okay for me to just give in and for me to behave like everybody else. Why not? Everybody else is acting this way. Why shouldn't I? Because someone who you might cross paths with and be able to help and be an angel to that person and to be sent by God to that person, now you're going to be coming in the wrong spirit and be sent by the devil to that person, to where you could have been a blessing to that person and had God bless you, to where now you're being a curse to this person and spreading negativity and spreading evil and harming and torturing people that aren't doing anything to anybody. So people like this really sell their souls. They choose, some of them, to be this way, and they lose themselves. And I believe some people are really inherently like this. It's just their divine purpose to be that. Some people are just fresh out, created to be an evil, negative person. There is duality, correct? You have good, you have bad, or evil. You have God, you have the devil. So there's duality. You have people, I feel, this is my personal belief, I feel some people are created specifically and chosen to be that. I feel that some people know that they're that. They know that they're a sick, twisted, demonic type of person. And they know that they're bringing that evil energy into your life. That's how things become deceptive. Like these types of people will act like they're not doing anything. They'll act like they don't even know who you are, but trying to get your attention for the past God knows how long, banging on this and slamming that and continuously walking back and forth past you like they got some business with you or something. All the while, this person really shouldn't have anything to do with you, because the interaction is based off of vanity. It's based off of nothing. This person doesn't want to build with you. This person doesn't want to work with you. This person just wants you to give them a certain amount of attention, so that way they can take it and go run with it and falsely boost, just falsely feel good about themselves, because it's not genuine. It's not authentic. It's not something that they're doing or creating for themselves or within themselves to make them feel themselves. There are things that you can do that'll make you feel yourself. You can start to eat healthy. That'll make you feel yourself. You'll feel good. You'll be like, I like me. I love me. You can start to do things to make changes in your life that will make you enjoy your life or love yourself better, or just feel better instead of bitter. But there are some people, like I said, I believe that there are some people, because the devil has children, there are some people who are just on the dark side, and there's no coming to the light for them. And this isn't like a judgment kind of thing. This is just like if you see a venomous snake, don't go near it. Don't hang out with it. But if you didn't know it was venomous, how would you know? So people may look at videos like this and be like, yo, where's the happiness? Where's the joy? The joy is in recognizing the negativity in someone else and being smart enough to be able to avoid it, trump it, stay away from it, overthrow it, pray against it, see it, and seize the day anyway. I see what you're trying to do. I'm still going to do what I need to do. I like that. I see what you're trying to do. I'm still going to do what I need to do. All right, so you may have someone in your life right now that is sent by the forces of evil to try to take your mind off of what it is you want, what it is you're trying to do. Don't get so mad that you actually end up doing what they want you to do. Don't get so upset that you actually end up doing what they want you to do. They want you to be focused on them. They want you to be upset. They want you to be delirious. They want you to be losing your cool or your mind or your peace over them and their pettiness. You have to find a space and a place in your mind to where you can kick all that out, to where you can uproot those negative seeds, uproot those negative seeds that were planted, and cut them off at the root. Cut them off at the root. And if you can, have some good energy towards these people, because you don't want to get caught up in any bad vibe, because that's the energy that is coming from the interaction between you and them. They have a negative vibe, they have negative energy. The interaction between you and them is only going to be negative. So if you're picking up on those types of vibes, that energy is not yours, it's that person's. And you have to envision a white light around yourself and visualize yourself being protected and project that back onto them. When you visualize that white shield, that white light around yourself, it's going to repel that negative energy. And it'll probably repel that person too. Don't just hear this and think it sounds cool. Actually try that. You want to make a miracle happen, you want to make something happen, envision that white light around you and watch these people scatter. Watch these people give you some space. They're going to have to, because when you don't wish evil and you focus on something like that, you're allowing the power and the presence of God to work through you to move these people wherever they need to go, wherever God wants them to go, because the devil's not more powerful than God. Evil is not more powerful than good. It may be perceived that way. It may seem that way or feel that way because they have strength in numbers. There's more of them than it may be of you, so it seems. But birds of a feather flock together, and usually if you're in an environment where you see a certain type of energy, or you see how things go, that's usually the type of environment that was created there already. So it's something that you can't change. It's something that you just have to accept. Like, this is the culture of this environment. This is this is how things are here. If I want to continue to be here, or in an environment like this, or in a place like this, I'll have to change the way I behave. I'll have to not change me or become something that I'm not, but I will have to curtail how I move a little bit. I will have to figure out a way how to change how I deal with things or handle things, so that way I can get the result that I want. There's if you are in a situation, or any situation, whether you got yourself into it or somebody's trying to get you into it, there's a way for you to think yourself out of it. There's a way for you to think yourself out of any situation. You just have to take your mind off of them and put it back on yourself. You have to take your mind off of evil and put it back on good. You have to take your mind back off of the devil and put it back on God. That's the only thing that's going to work. Your power doesn't lie in negativity. Theirs does. They're demons. They're possessed. Their power lies in that negativity. They dwell there. They stay there. There's no going up. So if they're not going to go up, my suggestion is, don't let them bring you down. You're powerful. There's power within you. There's strength within you. There's focus within you. There's greatness within you. You can do anything that you put your mind to. Even overcome somebody like this. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button, smash the share button, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. Stay strong.